Hey Siri, how many pages of my book should I read today?
I found this on the web.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And don't know, I'm whispering. My son was just crying. He's napping, so I'm trying to be a little bit more quieter than usual. But we are going to be doing Siri picks how many pages we read throughout the week. I already tried saying, hey Siri, how many pages of a book should I read? And she kind of just took me to the web, so that's not gonna work. So I think I'm gonna have to give her like a range between how many pages I should read. So I think I'm gonna pick between 30 and 250, that she can pick between those ranges a day. So it's already 3:28 when I'm starting this video, so let's hope for 30 pages or 100 or somewhere in between there. So let's do this. Hey Siri, pick a number between 30 and 250.
The answer is 194.
194. So I'm going to be reading The Natural. I don't know, it is literally September 2nd. So we're going to start reading The Natural, but I also do have an arc on here that I need to read as well. So we're going to hopefully get these two books done in the vlog. But I picked The Natural just because I've been watching Criminal Minds again, because every time fall starts coming in, Criminal Minds just puts me in the mood. I don't know why I think it's such a fall thing to watch, but it is. It's a year-long thing to watch at this point, but like I usually always want to watch it around this time. And I heard this book, it's kind of like Criminal Minds but with teens or something along those lines. Here we are. That's what we're gonna be doing. Here I had Gold Sin by Aveline Knight. It's a dark romance. Not really sure what it's really about so far, but we'll get into that as we keep reading. But we're gonna read some here. I'm only on chapter 1. I'll be back with an update in a little bit, and I'll update how many pages and everything I have read so far. So I am 44 pages into this, and I can see why so many people love it, why it reminds them of Criminal Minds, and just even reading it, I'm hearing like Hodge's voice while reading it, and Gideon's, and just everybody's voice while reading it. If that's because I'm currently rewatching it with my husband, I am loving this. It is 5:51 p.m. on Monday, September 2nd. I have a ton of more pages to try to read to get my 194 pages in. So we're gonna do that. Literally, I just had to read to page 194. I basically have to read all this to get to it. Wish me luck. We're following Cassie, and we already met somebody else that's in this program, because they're advertising as a program where they hone in these skills that teens already have, and they're just trying to kind of just focus on them better noticing or understanding them, or whatever the case may be, helping the FBI solve cold cases. As we know from literally just the first couple pages, her mother was murdered, so getting this opportunity not only kind of gives her hope that maybe she will be able to find her mother's murderer, but it's gonna make her feel good to help take down other serial killers or murderers or arsonists, things like that. So far I'm liking it, guys. I think honestly I'm gonna sit on the couch while watching Criminal Minds and read at the same time. It's giving everything. It's giving fall. In between all that, gonna try to edit as well. So wish me luck. Can't wait to get ready. I look a hot mess, but I came out to tell you guys that I did read basically almost this whole book last night. So I'm on page 242, and I had to read 194 pages. So I surpassed that. But we're gonna do it now, and then I'm gonna take my morning, do my Bible study as I usually do. So let's do this so I can get that done and get right back to reading, because I'm dying to finish this one. And honestly, I think I'm gonna go and order the next couple books because I'm obsessed and I need to read it. That's kind of where I'm at with this. Siri, pick a number between 30 and 250.
The answer is 186.
Okay, another day of reading. So I'm just gonna write this down. So let me tell you, I'm loving this. So we met the other people in the Natural program. So we have Michael, we have Leah, we have Sloan, and we have Dean. We find out some really deep things about Dean in this one. I don't know. She's kind of like in a, not a love triangle, but she has two love interests, I guess you could pick. She has Michael, Michael, who's very interested in her, and she has Dean, who isn't showing that he's really interested in her, but like they have this deeper level of connections. They are both profilers, and they kind of just understand one another in a deeper way that the other ones will never understand. I'm really liking, I like both of them. Dean is more quiet to himself. Michael was more just out there. He seems like he's a fun guy. He doesn't really like talking about himself much. He sounds like he's really into her. And obviously in this one, she is kind of just focusing more on enhancing her profiling skills. That's what the natural program is about, is enhancing those abilities that they already have. We're getting these like little pages. I'll show you the first one, which is you. So this is like in the killer's mind and what he is saying. We also know her mother's case. I kind of figured this is where this was going when reading the first book, but she's the case that they are currently working on, not her, but like Briggs and Agent Locke are working on. They end up getting a file of it. In that file, she's like, this guy is the same guy, like the same sub who she believes killed her mother. So there's all these little wild things that are going on, making your mind blown. Just so many of these U pages, which I found very fascinating. And like I said, while reading this, all the things, like, you know, like I'm just thinking of Criminal Minds and everything that goes on with Criminal Minds. It's going. That's all I'm saying. It's going. I'm loving it. It's just a YA book where like you can't stop reading. And I think that's what happens with YA books. I get so invested, especially in like true crime or mystery YA books. I get so invested in it. I cannot not, if that makes sense. Like I literally will finish it in a day, and I almost did. And I had to force myself to just shut the book and go to bed. But yeah, so that is my update. It's getting so juicy. So they usually don't work on actual like real cases in real time. They usually only work on code cases to try to help to solve them. But obviously with this case that's currently going on, there's just too many clues, and she needs to be there to read the clues, because the killers are giving, the unsub is giving Claire all these clues that only she would be able to figure out. So she needs to be there. So we're seeing Briggs kind of just going back and forth with trying to let them be involved in this case. So it's just really getting good. Like I don't know what's gonna happen in this little bit that's gonna just make it go wow, make me want to jump right into the next book, which by the way I ordered. That should be here tomorrow. And between this, so probably right when I'm done with this, I'll go into Goldsmith for a little bit. Goldsin. Excited. Getting good. And I have no clue how it's all gonna come together or who it is or anything like that. Can't wait to see how it all comes together. No, I need to reread this. What did I just read? No, this is not making sense. Why is she there? Wait, what? No, I'm on part 4, seeing. So if you had read this and you know what chapter came before part 4, then you know why my mouth is hanging open and why nothing is currently making sense to me. What? I don't know, guys. I don't know what the heck is going on right now, but I'm shooketh. Shit, do not mind my dishes in the background. But I finished it. I'm literally about to just read the, you know how they have like the next book, chapter 1 and 2 in it. Literally about to start reading that. But I finished it, guys. I loved every second of reading it. I think I love, like I said, I love reading YA murder mysteries or thrillers or anything along those lines, because I feel like, first off, they're not too scary. Even though I do love watching scary movies and things like that, I don't know how I would handle that in a book. Don't really know. But I just loved how YA just hits different. I don't know. It just like, it sucks me in and I keep wanting to read. I keep wanting to go. And this book did that to me. I loved it. I'm giving it 4.5 stars. I didn't give 5 stars because I kind of predicted kind of where it was going. Only thing I didn't truly predict was the unsub, like no clues whatsoever. I'm currently watching Hell's Kitchen, but I read only 42 pages. I think 42 or 44 pages so far already today. I still have a ton to go. I still have like 142 to go. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I read some of Golden Sin because I did finish the Naturals and I enjoyed it. I really liked it. I guess some of it. I didn't think there was going to be like this kind of like love triangle going on between Cassie, Dean, and Michael, which isn't really one, but you can see that they both like her and they both want her, and how you can see like this connection that she has with both of them are different. I loved how it ended with Michael telling her to explore her connection with Dean, because he can see that they kind of have something too, because the next time they kiss, that's it. Like she's his and that's just that. So I really did enjoy that. So I'm just going to read now for a little bit into Golden Sin and get more into it to figure out what's really going on in it, and watch Hell's Kitchen while I do so.
Hi, everyone.
Do not mind my hair. Wild, but here we are with my flash on my phone so you guys can actually see me. I literally don't think I'm gonna make it, what, 186 pages. I've read, what, like 40, I think I said, what was it, like 45 pages? And yeah, I have not read basically at all then. I just decided to stay up a little bit later so that I can edit for a little bit. I've been editing my Zodiac Academy vlog that obviously I'm gonna get out this week sometime. Try to lay in bed and see how much I can read from Golden Sin. I've been noticing since I finished a book, sorry, that's like whining me. Since I've been finishing, like whenever I finish a book now, I feel like I need like time in between to like decompress from that book before going right into another one. Obviously that's what I kind of did. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some reading done now when I lay in bed. It's like 10, I don't know, maybe 10:23. To try to stay up for another like 40 minutes and get like another couple pages in. Whatever I don't finish, I'm just gonna tack on to tomorrow. That's how I did it whenever I did like my 200 pages or day or more vlog. That's kind of just how I'm going to do it with this one as well. It only makes it right. And all I know about Golden Sin still is that like she just wants to get revenge on the men who pushed her mother to her breaking point. And they're called, what are they called? Oh my god, Inferno something is what they're called. The secret society is called, and they're with all of like very wealthy higher men in society, and basically they had her mom as a sex slave, so they would do as they please. But not only men, I just read a part where it was like there was a wife in there as well. So we're gonna see how this all ends up. She's obviously was adopted by one of the men. He raised her. He is basically like the second in command and help the Harrows family run their business and things like that. So he knows the in and outs. He saw everything that she knows and how to deal with what she's going to be dealing with. And you can tell he really cares. But like whenever I read books like this, there's no way that he knew what her mother was going through and had no part of it. Does that make sense? So I don't know where exactly this is gonna flip or where this is gonna go, but Valentine, not looking good. Okay, it's not looking good for you as well. If I think this is going the way that I think it's going, apparently she knows who pushed her mother to that point, to her breaking point. So obviously we don't know that yet, but there is a love interest, Julian. She used to date his brother Adrian for 10 years, mind ya, but her and Julian used to be best friends, and whenever she got with Adrian, he kind of just cut her out of his life completely. We honestly don't know why that happened. I'm guessing because hey, she's with his brother, but I feel like it's his father's doing. His father does not like him. He likes Adrian because Adrian shows no emotions and does as he's told. This is gonna get really interesting, so I'm excited to see how this is all gonna go on. She already did her first kill, literally in the first chapter. She did her first kill. Like I said, it is an arc. It doesn't come out till September 12th. I'm gonna get my reading done. I'm gonna get it done this week. I have more arcs that come out near the end of this month, and then I have I think it's called Never Ever by Caroline Peckham Valenti. Why did I say Valentine? Valenti. And it's their new Fae series. I'm so excited for, so I'm definitely gonna be picking that up and reading it as soon as it drops, like ASAP. Y'all, it's the next morning. I look a hot mess. I am sorry. Let me at least attempt to like look like I'm alive today. Life is just kind of just kicking my ass once again. I only read 76 pages yesterday, so I still have 110 pages I need to read today on top of whatever series gives me. Yesterday was just, honestly, I just feel like it flew by, but like I did so much. Like I rearranged my living room, I cleaned the whole house, I barely read, and then I tried to edit on top of trying to read, but by the time I was editing, it was already like 10, almost 11 o'clock at night, and I was like, I want to just lay in bed. I think I laid in bed and I tried to read, and that's when I read another 10 pages. Maybe, did I read 10 pages? Let me see. I don't even know. Let me recalculate, because something seems wrong to me, but I could be totally wrong myself. So we'll see. Give me 1 second. Let me see how many pages I did read. 88 pages. Look at me. So I'm lying. So 186 minus 88. I need to read 98 pages today. We're gonna add the 98 to whatever Siri gives us this morning. So let's ask her. Siri. She did not. She's not cooperating. Siri, pick a number between 30 and 250.
A random number between 30 and 250 is 173.
173. 23 plus 98. 271. I feel like I can do this. I'm definitely going to wish me luck that I can actually get that done today. All I have is cheer this afternoon with Mia. I'm literally gonna just relax today, try to read and edit. That Golden Sin is going. I feel like they're gonna use her for something. They keep calling her the golden one. Why do you keep calling her the golden one? What is she the golden one of? So I think they're gonna try to bring her into the secret society club thing and try to do to her what they did to her mother. But we have Julian who really cares for her, and why he kept her away for those 10 years, we don't really know yet. So I think it's gonna get really interesting. I think we're gonna hopefully learn a lot throughout this book. I'm hoping I can finish Golden Sin today. That's the goal. Like I said, with this fall mood coming in, I'm really in a fantasy mood. Don't know what I'm going to pick up next, but I do have 2 other arcs that I do need to read. But I think I might pick up Legendborn. This has been out for years at this point. I have the first and second book, and I didn't realize, I think these pages are just like, it's really big, which first off, I love that Book of the Month does that. Like, I love that they give big fonts for blind people like me, who when I am reading in bed without my glasses, I can still read. I'm not like with the book all up in my face. Fall coming in. I think fall is just such a magical time and such a like a fantasy time that I just love reading all the fantasy, the fae, anything, just throw it at me. And sports romance. Sports romance goes really hard for me right now as well. Like football, especially football. I just eat it up. Just goes with the season. I just love it. My daughter also has her first cheer game on Saturday, which I'm so happy and excited and nervous for her. I think she's gonna do amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna go do my Bible study and then I'm gonna read a little bit and then I'll come back and update you on how many pages I have read so far. And let's hope it's at least 100 pages. Fingers crossed that we can at least get 100 pages done this morning. Okay, so I came to update you guys. You guys are probably hearing my air fryer that's probably gonna give out any day at this point. And have not read that much, but like as I'm reading pages that I have read, realizing that she has a misconception about Julian. I don't think that she realizes that his dad, Lucien, beats his mom. So that's why he does what his father says, try to keep his mom from harm's way. And obviously she doesn't know that aspect of it. She is slowly making her way into it. And like I said, she's trying to get revenge for her mother. She has her mother's diary, so she has read it front to back multiple times. And she knows the people that have hurt her and what they have done to her and how nobody has tried to stop it from happening. So now she's on to a new quest, Lady Marlowe. JK, she uses poison. She uses poison. There's no action like that. But little does she know, Julian realizes that she's the one who already killed one of the members. And he's trying to figure out like, why is she doing this? My thing is, do they not know who her mother was? Like, I'm just confused. I want to know. So we know why Valentine adopted her, but do they know who her mother was? That's what's going through my mind. Do they all know who her mother was? Which I'm thinking they do because they keep calling her the golden one. So I wonder if they were eventually going to try to trap her into a sex slave. Honestly, I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm completely kind of just like coming up with all these ideas. And you guys all know that as a reader, I love, especially with me vlogging about the books that I read, I love to shout out my theories to the camera and let you guys know exactly what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling, things like that. I know some people probably don't like that. I like to throw it out there so that if it does happen at the end, I have it recorded like, I told you so, I knew it was gonna happen type of moment. Obviously, I don't give away if that does happen or if it does happen because that would be kind of really spoiling it, but I do like to throw out my theories out there. Adrian is very stoic, doesn't show any emotion. She honestly basically said that he was dry, like everything was dry about him. I'm wondering if it was like the dad trying to take more control of the situation to use her to eventually have her bring in, but like we know that Adrian never let her attend the Inferno, what is it called? Inferno Consortium. The Inferno Consortium, that's what like this club secret society thing is. So these parties are called, and we know that all these people come from money and they have an influence in the world, or they have all these huge businesses, but they're all dirty little kids on the low. It's interesting to see. I just want to know how Valentine, maybe you adopted her for the good of your heart and you just couldn't leave her be, but I feel like he somehow has to be involved in whatever happened to her mother. I feel like he has a lot of insight on what goes on. He's kind of like their security. He kind of just keeps everything on track for them, basically. He has grown up around all of this but hasn't really been in it. Does that make sense? So now she's trying to put herself in it to get revenge. I love a good revenge story. So it's early in the morning. I read, I believe it was like 217 pages yesterday. today, which I was supposed to read 271 pages. Wait, no, I read 219. These are 52 pages that I need to add on today. Obviously, I'm sucking, guys, but yesterday was just all over the place. See what series to pick today. Siri, pick a number between 30 and 250.
The answer is 155.
So I'll be back to update you guys on everything. I just need to read 207 pages today, which isn't bad at all. We are doing this till Sunday. It should be fun to do. I'm really liking it. I noticed that when I do things like this, I read a lot more. I get a lot more books done throughout the week. I think I'm like 70% into Golden by Eveline Knight, which is the arc that I'm reading, and I'm obsessed with the characters. I'm loving Julian. He has like this dark side, this mysterious side, but then he also has this sweet side that you see like he's trying to protect the woman in his life that he cares about. So whether that's Mom, whether that's Aurora, I think her name's Aurora, I could be totally wrong right now, I'm having a brain fart. He wants to protect them in any way that he can. So being a dick to Aurora, I feel like that's wrong, but I'm gonna just still go with it. It's his way of protecting her, not to bring her into this world that he's in, this family's in. So you're seeing all these different sides to him that I'm really enjoying to see. But then you're also seeing these different sides of her that he didn't even know that she had. Like, girl, she's a killer. So I think that's just like, he's seeing her grown up now, and he's seeing all these different sides, and it's making him want her more. It's like, I knew you always had it in you, but seeing it now, it's just like so good. I don't know if it's gonna end a cliffhanger or if it's gonna go like into like a different couple next. I'm not really sure how that's gonna go, because I would really love to get her best friend's story, his best friend's story, because they're kind of low-key together. So that would be interesting to see as well. Yeah, that's my update on that. That is my snack. I'm gonna update you guys on what I have been reading and so far how many pages I read. And I have read, I think it's 109 pages so far, so I still have a couple more to go, and it's 10:08. But I wanted to talk to you guys about Golden Sin. It got so good. My app was on the floor. I did not expect anything that happened at the end. That freaking cliffhanger, the plot twist, everything, mind blown. I need book number 2 ASAP. And this is what I hate about not only just reading art that make you fall in love with the new author and new characters and just the whole world that it's in. Also, because now I have to wait, and the book's not even out. The first book's not even out yet. So if that's telling you something, you already know. So it comes out September 12th, so a week from today. I did not want it to end. I was so invested. I read so much of it last night, and then I started reading this book. It's called Feathers. So we're basically following, I believe she's known as, like, they're angels, but they're known as Fletchers, and they have to earn their feathers on their wing, and she still has like a lot more to go. But this, I don't know what he is, this higher up angel in the Celestial Council, Asher, comes down because they are on Earth. That's how they earn their wings, is by helping others. So he comes down and he's looking for a wife, for him to look at her as a possibility, or for her to be able to marry him, or whatever the case may be. She would have to ascend and be up wherever they are at. He ends up taking on a level 3 or a triple. I think it's called a triple, and those are the ones that are like the most dangerous, whether they're murderers, rapists, whatever the case may be. They have sinned the most, and now she needs to help him at least do one thing right for her to gain 100 feathers. So she would actually go over what she actually needs. And I believe in this one she ends up falling for the guy that she's trying to help not to sin anymore. I don't know, that's all I know so far. I'm currently at the part where she just got to Paris, because he's of course on the whole opposite side of the world. He's not in New York where she's at, so she has to travel all the way to Paris and be in the house that houses the Fletchers over there. Also, do not like her best friend. Her best friend was definitely jealous, did not want her to even be a possibility for Asher, and she just sucked overall. I think she set her up with it. She pointed this guy out and kind of made her feel like, hey, you can take this on. You have done no wrong ever. Every person you have helped, you actually achieved it and actually helped them, so I bet you can do this in no time. Very just, I hope she loses all her feathers. I'm only 10% into it, so that's kind of just where I'm at in it right now on my Kindle. Hopefully I can read a lot. I talked to you guys about the Golden Sin, but I ended up giving it 5 stars. Came back on to say that. I loved it, 5 stars. We'll be reading the second book. Definitely fell in love with Julian. I think he's definitely blindsided. I think he's gonna take it the hardest when he realizes how everything came about. Yeah, shit, I just cannot believe that ending, actually. If the second book is as action-packed as this one was, where it was like kept you on your toes and like you wanted to see her get revenge for her mom, obviously that's what this whole book is about, but I feel like we're missing a lot from it. Like, I still feel like somehow Valentine knows more than Let to Be, because I feel like But like as a parent, me being a parent, you would not let your child that you consider your child do the things that she is doing. Not only just the murdering, I totally understand that, but all the other stuff that literally puts her in so much more harm's way. I just can't fathom that he's letting her. Good morning. It's Friday morning and I totally miscalculated. I literally thought that I hit my 207 and it was because I'll tell you guys right now, it was because I don't know why I thought that for Golden Sun I read 100 pages. So I literally calculated that. I think I thought I read 108 pages. Don't know why I thought that. And then I added my other pages that I read for my 2 other books and I was like, yeah, no, I hit 208. Like what's going on? Obviously that wasn't the case. So I think I only read 169 pages. So this morning I'm gonna get to the 207 pages and then I'm going to ask Siri how many pages I should read then. So life is kicking my butt. Literally, this has been a fail. I think I only hit the goal one time. But I am just like, I've just been so tired, honestly. I've been going to sleep super early, I feel like. Not wanting to wake up in the morning. I just think that either I'm about to get sick again or my body just feels like it just needs to rest. And I can't tell you why it feels that way. I haven't been working out all crazy and my body didn't even feel like this when I was doing the 1 mile a day for 30 days. My body didn't feel this way. So I don't know what it is. I was saying earlier. So I finally hit my goal for yesterday. I mean, I hit my Siri goal, the 155. I was at 160, whatever I said in the clip before. I just calculated everything up and I'm at 213 pages and I only had to read with the day before added to the 155 was 207. There's that. So we're gonna see how much Siri wants us to read today. And Siri, can you pick a number between 30 and 250 for me?
A random number between 30 and 250 is 84.
Thank God, y'all. Thank God. I was like, if I get another 100 and like almost 250 I was gonna just go crazy. What about feathers? I think I talked about that one in an earlier clip, probably like yesterday night. Feather is more dealing with angels and them helping people, and while they help those people, they get feathers on their wings, and if they do anything that isn't up to the angel standards, they lose feathers, and when they lose that feather, they can see how they got that feather, if that makes sense. I haven't really read much of that since the last clip I updated you guys about that, but I did start last night Killer Instincts, what is the second book in the Natural series, and in this one it's already started off with a bang. I'm not even gonna lie, I really do love these covers. I love how simple. Okay, so I totally forgot to tell you guys that yesterday, so Thursday, I read 102 pages. I already know I hit my I have already read 134 pages today. I already hit my, what was it, 86 pages I needed to read today. The end of chapter 319. Like, how did you not know that of 5 years ago? I don't know, I'm obsessed. I'm like literally devouring it. I'm on page 42. All I have to say is I'm devouring this. I'm definitely going to be finishing this tonight. I need to know who this unsub is and how this is all going to come together. It's just so good. There's just so much going on. We're dealing with Briggs and Agent Sterling, which is his ex-wife. She's being very hard on Cassie, and I think she's doing that because she doesn't want anything bad to happen to Cassie. Cassie is more like she still has a lot of her feelings. She doesn't hide anything. Like, she's very easy to read, as in the other ones, they have dealt with stuff. One's a literally professional liar, can tell when someone else is lying. We have Dean, who can mask his emotions and not like really feel when something happens. Unlike her, like, she takes things very personal and cares way too much. And then we have Michael and Sloane, who kind of are detached from feelings, even though Michael is a feeling reader, so he can read everything someone's feeling. She's just very easy to read. So I think they're trying to protect her innocence in a way. I mean, but they don't realize, like, hey, like, she's already been through things as well. It's very interesting to see how hard Agent Sterling is being with her compared to all the other ones. Even Leah says it at one point, like, we have all been arrested at one point, and you're the only one probably out of all of them, out of all of us, that has never been arrested, and you are the one with the ankle monitor on. Telling. It's just telling, I guess. I think they know that, like, once she gets something in her mind, she's gonna do it anyway. They're trying to keep track of her. But now I want to know who this unsub is. How is this unsub related to what we already know? We don't know, actually. Like, why he's doing what he's doing 5 years later. Why didn't he do it right when Redding was arrested? I don't know. There's just a lot of questions I have that I hope we get answered in this last little bit, because we're gonna finish this, guys, tomorrow morning. But so far, I have read 134 pages today. Looking good for me over here, guys. I'm just happy that I'm finally hit the goal. See what our last day tomorrow is going going to be and how many pages we need to read. I can't believe, I feel like I said, I love doing videos like this because I feel like it makes me read a lot more. I feel like I read a lot more books. I can read like 3 to 4 books in this vlog doing videos like this, and I enjoy doing it. So I definitely will probably be doing this again because I love it. It's enjoyable to see if I can actually hit the goal that I want to hit, or hit the goal that is given to me, or whatever the case may be. So I thought I would update you guys on Killer Instincts. We see them all trying to gather and kind of help Dean through this time because of how the victims are being killed in this one. It resembles his father a lot. We learn more about Agent Sterling. Obviously her dad is the director, but we are learning a lot of little things that Cassie is picking up on. Cassie is really trying to be there for Dean. I think she feels like she needs to be there for him because she's understanding what he's going through, because she kind of just went through it in the first book. Then we have Michael, who understands why she needs to be there for him, but is taking everything in him to let her be there for him. Then we have Leah, who is just being Leah. She's very protective of Dean because Dean is like her brother and they have grown up the last 5 years together. She doesn't like seeing him going through what he's going through currently, and knowing how his mind works, she knows exactly what he's thinking as well, and she doesn't want him to get back into that dark place. She knows how manipulative his father was because she did have to listen to the father's tapes before. And then we have Sloane. She's kind of like an oddball out, but not really. They really do try to kind of like make her feel like she is family to them, because she is, and she knows that she's kind of always, not like that they leave her out, it's hard for her to connect, to not bring up statistics and data and things like that while talking, and she doesn't really know how to help Dean without doing all that. I really do want to try to finish this today, which I think I can and will do. And I'm also watching Hell's Kitchen from, I think today has been like the coldest day yet, and that's because of the wind. But I'm gonna get to reading. We're getting no closer trying to figure out who this killer is. There's like 3 suspects that I have in my mind. I'll tell you guys because you guys obviously don't know. I think it could be the TA, Clarks, and Bryce. Those are the only ones that I can think of off the top of my mind that I can think as potential suspects for being the murderer. That's what I'm thinking. Seeing Agent Sterling and you're not really wanting to get them involved with the active case. Sorry, you guys are gonna hear my kids because they're out here and I'm in the living room. Not really wanting them to be involved at all with the case. So right now they're only allowed to look on social media at the other students in this class profiles and see if they can find anything that can help them with the case. It's going. I really enjoy how it's written, how easy it's written, how easy it is to read, how all-consuming it is. Alright, I'm gonna bring it closer. I feel like I'm the type of reader who I get all consumed in this series. Like if I really like a series, then I'm probably gonna sit down and read the whole series, and that's what this series is kind of making me feel. Really do want to read some of Feather, but I really want to finish this first. I do have like 3 more arcs I need to read. I have Endgame by Monica Murphy. Yay, I love Monica Murphy's writing. It's super easy, it's cutesy most of the time. I can't remember exactly what that one's about. And then I have Arranged Marriage. I believe that's what it's called. Arranged something. Sorry, I did the Stuff Your Kindle. If you guys would like to see what books I got from there, maybe I can make a video on that. But I did stuff my Kindle literally because all my books that I need to read are all the way at the bottom. Oh, Arranged Vacancy, which sounded really good, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna read it. And then I have another one coming in, I think that's for like the end of the month more, but it sounded good as well. It said that it was Wicksec, and I was like, yep, nope, mine. I love a good Wicksec book. Yeah, so that's kind of just how that's going. I can't even tell you guys how many pages I read because I didn't calculate. I have not hit it. I will be hitting it here probably like in the next 30-40. I came on to tell you guys that I finished Killer Instincts last night, and I gave it 4.5 stars just because I feel like it's very entertaining but very predictable. I guess I picked one of the unsubs, but the other 2, because there ended up being 3, the other 2, I think after I met the one I knew, but the other one I had no clue that that's where that was going. But I loved it. I enjoyed it because it kept my attention. I literally read it in 2 days. Very good for a YA book. Like I have no complaints about it. I love Cassie. I feel bad because like I said, she was kind of like in a love triangle, and in this one she ends up deciding, and it just always, this is why I hate love triangles because it just always just breaks my heart for the other person, and I will always say that reading a love triangle always just makes my heart hurt. But I came on to tell you how many pages I read yesterday. For Saturday, I read a total of 189 books. For Friday, I don't think I said, but I read a total of 121 pages. We are going to see how many pages Siri wants us to read today. So let's see. Siri, pick a number between 30 and 250 for me, please.
The answer is 170.
Okay. She wasn't playing games today for the last day. 170 pages we are going to be reading today. My Bible study, and then get right to reading. I think I'm going to read a lot of Feather today, and then jump into one of my art if I end up finishing Feather. That's what we're going to be doing in the morning. I can't believe it's the last day of this. Bittersweet because I really enjoy doing it. I'm ready to just read like 10 pages if I can a day, you know? I just feel like always, I think I might incorporate a video like this each month, maybe twice a month. I just feel like it just really keeps me reading, and sometimes I just need that little push to keep reading. Anyone does. Also, I don't think I mentioned this, but I found this concept because I seen other YouTubers video of something like this, and her name was Ashlyn Callie, I think, and I just wanted to acknowledge her because I seen her video and I really enjoyed it. Good morning, guys. My kids are in the background, so you're definitely gonna hear them. Monday morning. I am just on here to tell you how much I read yesterday to end this video, unfortunately. So yesterday I ended up, Siri picked 170 pages, and I ended up reading 150 pages, so almost hit it but didn't quite hit it. And I read everything in Feathers. Let me just update you guys on Feathers before we end this. I am actually really loving it. I'm loving where it's going. Lay ends up finding out some interesting things about Jericho, or is it Jericho or Gerard? Gerard? I don't know, something like that. I'm so bad with names. Somebody help me. That she confronted Asher about, and let's just say she wants nothing to do with him. She literally gave 2 of the 7 an ultimatum. See what they do with that? It's gonna be so interesting. I just wanted to come on here and update you guys and let you guys know how I'm really liking Feathers. I'm really enjoying it. Just did not expect it. Some things happen that are happening in it already, so thank you for that, for the little surprises in there. Thank you for spending the week with me and letting Siri pick out how many pages we read a week. Some were we hit dead on and more, or some were like, we almost, or we missed it by a lot. But like, I really enjoy these videos because it really helps me read a lot, and I feel like I said that a lot throughout this video. But I will see you guys all in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.